Hello, Gemini. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship with this person in the past. It could also be a current relationship, but there is a lack of communication. For others of you, this could be a situationship or someone that you've met, and you know there's a whole lot of energy there, a lot of chemistry, but no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I do have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. All right, Gemini. Goodness gracious me. You have here a few cards that are definitely challenging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and even slightly 6, like 5.5. It's going to be challenging for you. It has been in the past, as well as, especially for your person of interest, but because of the intensity of these cards, this could also mean that you have been experiencing the same or similar feelings and emotions as your person of interest. You're mirroring each other. You are in each other's energy. And it's hard to escape it because the energy here is quite intense. It's not weak. You see, if it was weak, it wouldn't affect you. But it's intense. Here we have illusion, followed by hearth and home. After that, we have beliefs, order, shape-shifting, sexuality, illness, wellness, power. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have crisis. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Gemini, I'm not proud of what I've done. I'm not proud of the way I've behaved. And truly, I don't know how to face you. So I hide behind a false mask. I hide behind a veil, not wanting you to see my true self, what's really on the inside. I make it all an illusion. I make it seem as if it's all fake. The truth is, yes, I am acting emotionally detached, but that is also because I don't really know what to do in this connection anymore. I don't know which way to turn. Even though, for me, you are like my hearth and home. I have felt so comfortable with you. In you, I have found love. Unconditional love. For me, you are the light that leads me home. And you're that same light that keeps me warm. You do mean a lot to me. But I understand. The things that I have done, truly, they are not good, and I feel embarrassed. I even feel ashamed. You and I were born and brought up in very different ways. Sure, we have our similarities, but I now realize that we have a heck of a lot of differences. Too many, in fact. so many differences that it actually creates a problem. It seems as if I thought I knew you, but then it turns out the way you think of things, the way you do things, your morals, your ethics, your beliefs, your background, your mindset, every single thing is different, and we are not. And we were never on the same page. There has always been this difference. And no, sometimes I am very stubborn in my beliefs and the way that I think, and I do not give in. I know it's time for me to move on and to change the status quo. I need to find a path. I need to make a decision. I need to make a choice. But there are many clouds that surround me at this crossroads, and I am surrounded by thick fog. I stretch out my hand and I can't see where I'm going. It's too thick. So I stay where I am because that is where I feel safe. It's hard for me to move on and to be that person who you may want me to be, but I don't even know if I'm doing the right thing. For me, in this connection, the way things have been, I feel as if I need to know more. I feel that there is a lack of understanding. I also feel that there's a lack of clarity and transparency. No matter where I go, no matter what I do or who I'm with, even though I may be on the path with someone else in a different direction, doing something else, my mind is always turned towards you. For me, you are a sweet distraction, but do I let you know this? Nope. I hide it from you. I act distant. I don't want you to know that I think about you constantly. I also know that to you it seems as if I may have used you. And I understand that. It wasn't right. It never was. But there's no doubt about it. We have had a lot of intense chemistry. I feel attracted to you sexually. I can't help myself. I daydream about you. I fantasize about you. I wish I could be with you. But I know that the way I've treated you may have seemed as if it was just about the passion, the lust, the physical, and that was it. The truth is, there are things about you I never admitted. I didn't want to seem weak or vulnerable. The problem is right now, I'm stuck in a certain set of circumstances that I cannot release myself from. Responsibilities, family obligations, settling things down that are still unsettled, burdens, restrictions, constraints, emotional trauma that holds me down, weighs me down, things that do not allow me to escape. And I feel that I am drowning in a sea of sadness. I feel a sense of despair, hopelessness, depression. I feel devastated. I feel it's virtually impossible for me to be released from this energy, this lifestyle. And the reason why I think it's not possible, because it's very much set in my beliefs. I drown and I feel that I'm being weighed down because of the way that I believe things. The rituals, the customs, the background, the mindset. I can't release myself from the friends, the family, the society, the bureaucracies, the organization that I've been in, around, the association. There's too much at stake here for me. And I know that I can't give you my 100%. I just can't. Because I now realize that this connection may have some limitations. But those limitations can only change if my circumstances change. And if I change. In you, I have found someone who has so much power. You have power over me, and you make me feel powerless. In fact, I feel emotionally vulnerable and weak in the knees. You have this ability. You have this way of making me feel like this. Overall, stuff has finally hit the fan. Stuff has gotten real in this connection now. Everything has gotten so much more real. And it is starting to affect me in a negative way. I can't help it. I try to release myself from being so overwhelmed, but I guess it's part and parcel of the way things have happened. It's karma. My problem right now is that I want to make sense of it all. But because of the things that I have done, the things that I have said, the things that I have put you through, I myself feel overwhelmed. Not good because of the things that I have done. I feel overwhelmed, and I need time to sort these emotions out. I can't think straight. My mind is overwhelmed. There's mental anguish, impatience, frustration. Trying to make sense of it all. I go in all sorts of directions. For now, Gemini, I hide from you. I keep my distance. I act emotionally detached because of the things that I have said and done, and the things that I never did, that I should have done, the things that I never said, that should have been spoken. To me, you are my hearth and home. But I am now starting to realize that you think that I have used you, and I have taken advantage of you, and I have overindulged. You may even think there has been sexual and psychological and emotional manipulation. The truth is, I was trying to be clever. But I realize now that what I've done, it's a horrible thing I've gotten both of us into. And I find it difficult to escape this. It's as if I've been chained to the trauma. And the past, whatever I've done to you, it haunts me. It does not allow me relief or that sense of release. I cannot release myself from this. All right. Gemini. That's huge. Guys, what is going on? For some of you, I definitely see here a third-party situation. For some of you, you may know this is my third-party card, where there's this individual, that's you. You are headed either in the direction of this person, or this person is walking in this direction with someone else, doing something else, but this individual here is also looking at someone else. Their attention is somewhere else. Their mind and their heart is someone else, but they're taking action towards another. So there's an issue here. Now remember, third party doesn't necessarily mean an affair. It could also mean that simply the time, energy, the effort, because of the beliefs, they are unable to dedicate to you. They're unable to be that person that they would like you to be, to make this a happy connection. All right, let's have a look. I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. So, okay, fell right out. So, with this deck, I like to have a look a little bit into the past in this connection, what may have happened in the first place. Wow, very strong card. 3 of Arrows. 3 of Arrows also talks about sometimes a third party. So there's a small percentage today in this reading who are dealing with a situation that is of a third party. So this deck I like to read in the reverse, and I also read a little bit back in time to see what happened in this connection in the first place. Things were going great, but then things started to go downhill. What happened? This is for those of you that never received any closure. This person may have abandoned you, they may have ghosted you, they may have faded over time. They may have said or done things or behaved in a way that was just very odd, very difficult and different for you to even adjust to. And you're wondering, what did you do wrong? Let's have a look. Sometimes it's not you. We have here the 7 of Cups and the 3 of Arrows. All right, the 7 of Cups. I'm going to read the whole thing. It's very important, this card is. This talks about choices, indecisiveness, and fantasy. In the reverse, it would be not making choices, being indecisive, yes, and fantasizing a lot, not taking any action. Overindulging in thoughts of what the future may bring. Daydreams. A decision must be made in order to move forward and rejoin the world. In the reverse, it talks about how this person was allowing fantasies to influence how they viewed life. Meaning, Gemini, they were not very practical. They were projecting onto others instead of seeing things as they truly were. So there was a lot of daydreaming, a lot of impracticality, I think, if there's such a word. This person was just not practical. They were not realistic. They had a lot of daydreams and they had a lot of choices. They were not able to make up their mind on what they want, who they want, how they want to do things. They just couldn't make up their mind. And instead, they would beat around the bush talking about another topic that was completely unrelated, and they would make that the central topic of discussion. And whatever was truly affecting the both of you, this person wouldn't. They would avoid that topic. Here we have the 3 of Arrows. Okay. Wow. This is a huge card as well. I'm going to read the whole thing. This talks about loss, sorrow, oversensitivity. A sharp pain in the heart, disappointment, the end of a love relationship, and separation. Sorrow that can enlighten or debilitate. Time was needed for healing. The need to transform the grief that one had into understanding. Here, in the reverse, Gemini, it talks about overindulging in grief for the sake of drama, the slow easing of sorrow. Your person of interest here, Gemini, was all talk, no action. They may have taken action. Yeah, the sexuality card. They may have been wonderful physically, but when it actually came to commitment, being exclusive, moving to the next phase or stage in your life with this person, it just didn't happen. And part of it was, yes, they were very indecisive, but also they had this feeling of sadness, and they were unable to get out of that sort of mindset. There's something here that was bothering this person from before. There's two things here. Something that was bothering them from before they even met you, or while they were in the connection with you, there was something that was bothering them. But there's also their own attitude too. Their own attitude, it was not allowing them to look further than whatever was going on in their life. They were literally just daydreaming. They weren't taking action. That's the problem. And because they're overindulging in drama, overindulging in sadness for the sake of drama, this is a problem because they're not taking any action. What's the use? Okay, the person is sad. You know things haven't worked out. Okay, what do we do next? This person is comfortable in this state because they don't know what to do beyond that. It seems here your person got into a situation without knowing how deep this is going to get. That's the problem. They were not expecting it to become so intense. You may have been expecting it. I'm seeing the word exclusive. They did not know that things had to become a bit more committed. And that became a problem and an obstacle for them because that's not what they had thought. This is exactly what you got the beliefs card. They thought that this connection is something else. You envisioned it to be something completely different. So it appears that this person may have been in this connection just for the sake of being in a connection. Sometimes people do that. They just don't want to be lonely. They don't want to be lonely. All right. I have here the Beginner's Tarot. Let's have a look at any actions, any plans, any intentions regarding this person. Something that may pop out that they'd like to share. All right. Oh boy. Again, sadness, depression. And there's various levels of depression. Depression should never, ever be taken lightly. There's too many things that happen. And it's difficult to change someone's perspective. But if the environment and the circumstances change, then life is a little different. Here we have the Sun. Beautiful. First card, the strongest. Beautiful card, the Sun. So your person of interest here is finally starting to realize that, you know what? I think I love my Gemini. And I want to see bigger, brighter, happier days in the future with Gemini because Gemini for me is the Sun. This represents, for me, Gemini, love, prosperity, happiness, joy, freedom, everything that is beautiful, growth under the sun, and love. Love that lasts, and love that is not in the shadows. Love that is no longer hidden. It's interesting, we have here the sun, and right on the opposite end here we have the moon, right? So they have realized that there are certain things that they need to change. And then we have the world. So this card does, to me, it feels like this person may be far away from you. Either physically they're living far away, or you may be under the same roof, but they're emotionally distant from you. Whatever the case is, what I see with this is that they actually want to be with you. And what's really nice about it is when they have this feeling, there's a desire to be close. There's a desire to close the gap. They want to be next to you. They want to be close to you. So it's a very sweet card to have, but it also talks about how your person of interest may not be making the effort themselves. Okay, they might not be making the effort on their own, but they are hoping and praying that the universe has got their back. We also have here the Page of Swords. Interesting. We have a page, not a knight, not a queen, not a king. This person is acting like a page because they are a page. You're dealing with an individual that never really, well, maybe they were mature at some point in time. Maybe they're mature with other people. But when it comes to you, they turn into putty. They're very soft, but they're not as serious. They're very youthful, vibrant, happy-go-lucky, but the problem is they're not serious enough. And here what I see is that so much has happened in this connection that they're finally starting to realize that they need self-confidence. They have lost their self-confidence. They have lost their self-esteem. They watch you from a distance. This card also indicates these days someone who is stalking you online, having a look at what you're doing, who you're with these days, what are you up to? If you don't have an online presence, and I know many people that don't, this person could just be asking friends, family members, the grocer, the teller, somebody who knows you. How is Gemini doing? What are they up to these days? Have you seen them? These things happen. People do ask around. But the only reason why this person is doing this is because they do not have that confidence to reach out to you, as they may have once upon a time. Why? Because you have the moon right after that. Because they know that they have lied to you. They have betrayed you. They have done things in the shadows, in the dark, hoping for no one to find out the truth, whatever they were hiding. The overall arching theme is a Four of Cups. They are really upset of what has happened, but they are also waiting to see how you react and how you reach out to them. It's a little stubborn in a way because they're just, well, not stubborn, but pig-headed. They're thinking and they're expecting that, you know what, I don't have to reach out right now. They're going to reach out to me, but I'm not going to reach out anyway because I feel miserable. That's what it is. There's opportunities that this person is getting. They're receiving opportunities from many, many places, many people, different things. However, nothing matters anymore to them. They are ignoring any sort of opportunity or cup that is coming to them because they feel bored, they feel depressed, and they are thinking about you, and they're wondering if you're thinking about them. We also have here 3 cups right in front. There is an opportunity to reconcile, but does this person even think about that? Nope. Their mindset is not there. That's not what they're thinking about. They are just so enveloped in this mindset of being sad, being upset, being bored, being depressed. They can't think straight right now. They do feel that they've missed an opportunity with you where things could have been great. However, they were too immature to understand what all that was about. Immature and maybe even inexperienced. All right, let's have a look at Archangel answer cards. Just going to do a quick prayer. First card, the strongest, flip right out. Don't stop. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. All right, so we have here, don't stop, followed by yes. After that, we have forgiveness. Forgiveness is never easy, but it is possibly the best thing an individual can do. Gemini, it's beautiful. It's really positive here. We have here, don't stop. So the message here is don't stop giving and receiving love. Keep that positive energy flowing. whatever has happened between the both of you, it may have been very discouraging, in fact. When will love find me again? Will I ever find love? Why does this keep happening to me? I'm hearing these statements. There's some people out there that feel like this. I'm hearing the voices, and this is exactly why they're saying, don't stop. Don't be so negative, okay? Just remember that if it's not meant to be right now, it's because you deserve better. Either a better circumstance or a situation or a better person altogether. And the better person means that you both resonate on the same frequency. You're just kind of meant to be together. Sometimes what we think is good for us really isn't. So here we have don't stop. Don't stop giving and receiving love. Keep that positive energy going. Yes, with an exclamation mark, there is going to be a peaceful resolution. Here we have the sun, we have the moon, and a dove. So this is a better balance and a peaceful resolution. The way to do this is to forgive. Now, many of you may not want to forgive, and that's totally up to you. But karmically, the better person, the higher person would be the individual who is forgiving. Now, I agree, there's certain things you just can't forgive. And if you don't like this person that much, in all honesty, you shouldn't even be viewing anything regarding this individual. Just move on. But this is for those of you that are hoping for something. If there is that hope, then forgiveness is key. The easiest way to forgive is to have compassion for someone. To literally feel pity and sorry for someone. Putting yourself into their shoes, seeing what they were like from their youth all the way up until now. What have they been through? And let me tell you, they're not going to tell you everything. Sometimes it's very embarrassing. So compassion. They just don't know what they did. Had they known, they would have been better. That's the only way, and it's the easiest way to forgive someone if it's gotten that bad. But forgiving is the key if you want peaceful resolution. Now, they do want you to also focus on your health. Health is wealth, health is happiness. And if you don't have your health, it's very hard. Life is very difficult. The things that we want to achieve, the dreams, our soul, and life purpose cannot come true if we are ill. So, the illness here, some of you may feel a bit down. This could be because of trauma. It could be because of negative things that have affected you over time. Keep in mind, this is not just the body. This is the mind, body, spirit, and the soul. There's a misalignment. And I teach you guys how to do that, how to realign everything, and how to get rid of negative energies. I'll talk about that in just a moment. So we also have here helpful people. Go out and meet some friends. Meet some family members. You do have some people that actually genuinely care about you. And they are going to give you words of wisdom, words of advice, and just some support that you may need. So do go out. Don't be a hermit. Here we have also wait. So nothing is going to happen overnight. Nothing's going to change as quick as you may expect it to. Here we have Gemini, an opportunity is coming. Now opportunity, two things. Opportunity is falling under both these cards, okay? So there's going to be an opportunity to recover properly, the way it should be, the way you should just be actually like 100%, right? 10 out of 10. And we have an opportunity here for forgiveness as well. So I see that good things are coming, but like it says here, you're just going to have to wait a little bit. The overall arching theme is if you believe. Now, if you are staying negative, then you are going to unfortunately attract negative energies. But if you try to remain positive and stay with positive people in a positive environment, then you will also be able to attract positive things into your life. If you believe, things can happen. But for some of you, remember, it has to be practical. It has to be realistic. This person needs to have had some type of communication with you over the past few months, right? I've had people in the comments that have said they've been waiting for more than a decade. And I know at some point, it's time to move on. Angel Fakiel, you can read a little bit about her on my homepage, says that if somebody has not contacted you or replied to you within 5 months, she says, it's time for you to start planning how you're going to start healing and moving on. Okay, just keep that as a reminder. 5 months. That's what she said. So I'm just, don't shoot the messenger, just letting you know. Gemini, that is your reading. Now, about packages. Some of you may want to get a love reading. Do I do love readings? Yes, I do. Please visit my website, www.asnointia.com. Go to the rates and packages section and you will see I do have some available. I have some on negative energies, how to remove negative energy. So I do have the ability, with the grace of God, I have the ability of detecting and having a look remotely in your home, around your aura, and inside of your body, which is your chakra center, seeing how many negative energies you have, what you have, and I teach you how to get rid of these things. So you have this package for the rest of your life. You have the method, and it is very simple. I also have some self-help guides for different types of issues you may be having in terms of negative energy. So please have a look on my website. The link is also below in the description. I also have, of course, love readings, and that is a PDF plus an audio. That's the one I currently have available, and there's a lot of detail that goes into that. And of course, there is the past life package if anybody is interested in knowing more about this connection. If you feel you can't let go, if you feel very obsessed, then there's most likely a spiritual connection there, and I can look into that for you. Definitely read the descriptions before you place an order. I personally don't like there to be any confusion, and that's exactly why I have the description there. So before you place an order, read through it. It's not too much words, not that much. Hopefully you'll be able to, you'll know what to expect once you place an order. And I also recommend, as soon as you see this video, if you really want a reading, it's best to book a reading because the slots finish up fast. They actually get filled up fast, and I don't have enough time during the month to complete that many. I can only do so much throughout the day and throughout the month, because I also have, some of you know, I have a day job, so it takes a while to finish that, and I don't really want too many people to be waiting. It's just not fair. So also, for some of you who are new, I have another channel, Asnointia Audio. The link is below, and that is on YouTube. The videos there are absolutely free. The most recent one I've just uploaded, it's regarding letting go and moving on. Some of you might resonate with that. There's 2 parts to this because it's a huge topic. So please do have a look on that channel. The videos are mostly, they're just audios, and I just have images, just to rotate, because it's nice to see something, but you don't have to watch the images. Just put it on, go about your business, whatever you're doing throughout the day, and just hear what it is that I have to teach, because a lot of people have gone through the same things, and it's a similar situation. It does not matter where you are in the world. A lot of people have the same problems when it comes to letting go and moving on. And there's things we do not notice. There's things that we sometimes deny even. I'd recommend that you have a look at that if some of you are going through something like that. And of course, I have other videos there. Some are on past life and spiritual connections. I have one on negative energies, how to recognize and remove such things. And then I do have quite a few on relationship-related advice. So please do have a look. It's all there for you, and I only create it because you guys write to me. I do the readings. I read the comments below, and it's sometimes, for me, like research. So then I create more content from that because it is just so important. The advantage here is that I can see what's inside of a person's heart, which is, I guess, it's a God-given gift. It's a talent. And because of that, it makes it easier for me to explain to you what the other person thinks and what they're going through on average. That way you know what next steps to take. All right. All right, guys, you all take care. Stay safe. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I do appreciate it, and I do try to write back as much as I can. Please do like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you all again. Take care. Stay safe. Bye now.